There is some backlash with how the Jesse Jackson funeral was treated by Democratic leaders. Like I said previously, it was basically looked at and used as an opportunity to gain political points, in particular against the Trump administration and Republicans. It's a shame. It's really disgusting, if you ask me. Very little bit, when they're really speaking, was actually about Jesse Jackson the man. It was all about playing political games to gain points. It reminded me of the previous election in 2020. Yeah, 2024 at this point. Man, time flies. We're in 2026 already. But to be fair, that was maybe a year and 4 months ago, so it's not an extreme long time ago, but it seemed like yesterday. It was so entertaining. But I guess it does seem like yesterday because now Kamala Harris has come back and she's really trying to angle her way back in. And I say, go for it. I look forward to seeing her in action. I just wonder who our vice president is going to be now. If you look at the past few Democratic leaders, Obama picked someone that wasn't as good as him, Biden. And then Biden picked someone that wasn't as good as him, Kamala. Then Kamala picked someone that wasn't as good as her, but they were both so terrible they didn't win at all. So I'm assuming she's going to stick to that strategy and pick somebody that's potentially even worse than Tim Walz. He's in hot water at the moment, but she might still pick him because it's getting worse for him, and she looks better than he does. And right now he's being questioned and about the fraud, and he just seemed to, yeah, I've already went over that. He just seemed to not really care. He treated it like, oh, well, somebody forgot to put the milk in the fridge. What are you going to do about it? Give him a stern talking to and say, don't leave it out again, and we have to buy some more milk. That's basically how he's treating taxpayer dollars. That's incredibly insane. And the way taxes work, because when you think about it, we get taxed over and over and over and over. You get taxed on the money you earn, and then you go spend the money, and that gets taxed. And then the people that earn the money from you buying their product get taxed. And then when they spend that money, they get taxed. And they're also taxed for the business that they're running, whether it's physical or on the internet. And then you see people like Tim Walz go, we sent somebody to ask some questions. And, everything gets taxed over and over and over again. You would think he would review where the money's going with scrutiny, because we get taxed so many times over, and every time we make a transaction. And it makes you wonder how cities like Chicago are running out of money. Then their solution, right, to the problem is raising property tax, so more taxes. Huh? You find that when there is fraud, waste, and abuse in government, usually the people resign, and then they end up just asking, charging more tax and never really get to the root of the problem. That's crazy, man. No one ever says, Mayor Mohawk, you're just crap. You gotta go. You can't do this job no more. You're costing us way too much money. But you see, people don't get the jobs as mayors and senators and representatives because of their qualifications. They get them because of popularity and spin. And sometimes you get a politician that knows what he's doing, i.e. Trump. But maybe that's because he wasn't a politician previously. Maybe that's why he does so well. Interesting thought. All right, I'll holler at y'all.